The feeling that you're slowly wasting your life away day by day without doing anything worth remembering.
Yeah, I got your fucking attention. Hi, I'm sunburnt.
It's an unfortunate feeling that too many people have to deal with, including myself right now. Hey, but don't worry, thanks to people's inability to wear a mask, I don't have to bother with dumb shit like finding a way to break up the monotony of living the same day on repeat for months. I mean, that'd just be a total waste of my time.
Every problem has an easy solution. Oh yeah, I should probably tie this in the show I'm talking about at some point. A place further than the universe. Fuck you, it was a good transition.
A Place Further Than the Universe introduces some really genuine characters that I think a lot of people can vibe with, especially right now. Tamaki Mari, nicknamed Kimari in a move of literary genius, is a high schooler dealing with the same feeling I described earlier, just, outside. Kimari wants to make the most of her youth and explore the world around her, but whenever she tries to pick up something new, her anxiety and fear of failure stop her from following through. Allow me to pause this reading of the show's Wikipedia page for a minute so I can talk more about Kimari's character, because while I can understand the other three main characters, I relate best with and can even see part of myself in Kimari, so most of what I have to say is about her. It's pretty fucking rare that I find a character that I can see myself in. Yeah, of course I have characters that I like or that I feel I could get along with.
The 2D world is slowly creeping into real life.
But just because those characters do some things that I would, doesn't mean I see them as a reflection of myself. I don't know if my mind going blank right now is me trying to emphasize how few characters I can see myself in, or an early warning sign of a stroke, but if the video ends here, I guess we know which one it is. This joke has never been funny. You can literally see the length of the video. Sign my Change.org petition to get YouTubers to stop using this joke. It fucking sucks. Even among the small list of characters that I can see myself in, Kimari is the character that I can see the most of myself in. And obviously that's just because I'm really just a high school girl at heart.
Laugh. And stop looking at my fucking nuts.
Like I mentioned before, Kimari was scared of wasting her chance of going out and doing crazy shit while she's a kid without responsibilities, so she forced herself out of her comfort zone to go on a once-in-a-lifetime trip, and so that she could say for once that she got the best of her fear of failure. I may not have experience traveling across the world in the way that she did, but I do have experience taking trips for the same reasons.
I wonder what can be outside. Oh, hey, it's Liam! We locked him out.
Ignore my voice in that, I just hit puberty a week ago, but that was from a road trip my friends and I went on where we went up the coast of California to Seattle. My friends and I go on road trips decently often, and we've already got some future trips planned. This trip was the one that started it all for us though, and I'm glad that it did, because a lot of my best memories come from these trips.
Okay, that one out burst.
We started this trip just over a week after graduating high school because we wanted to celebrate our graduation, but more importantly, we were moving on to college, and granted it was community college across the street, but still, we were moving on to college, one of us was going into the military, and I think we just had that slight uncertainty with not knowing what responsibilities we were going to have and how often we'd be able to hang out, so we just wanted to make the best of it while we could. Granted, this ended up not being an issue, and we still talk and hang out as much now as we did then, or I guess e-hang in this era.
Oh no.
Obviously, we aren't unique in turning to travel as a way of getting rid of that waste feeling, but I feel like most of the people that travel after graduation do so more to fulfill a greater dream of seeing the world. Our trip wasn't done because we really wanted to see Seattle. More so, it was something new for us to do, and it was the furthest we could go in the time and budget we had. So it's cool to see a show not go down the grand dream of travel route and go in a direction that I can better relate to. Shit, this was just supposed to be a quick cut in. Oh, fuck it, we're here already. Kimari's fear of failure isn't something that I share, but I do have something close to it that leads to similar results. Rather than a fear of failure, I'd say I have a need for progress. This may sound like the polar opposite, that's just because I can't be fucked to sit here trying to come up with the best one-word description of it, so just let me explain. I'm open to picking up new things, but I have this unrealistic expectation to be amazing at it right away. I always want to skip that beginner phase of learning something new and just be an immediate expert. Clearly, this is never going to happen, as you need experience under your belt to be good at anything, and you learn way better from failure than anything else, but a lot of the time, I just couldn't be fucked to care, and when I'm not making progress at the pace I want, I just drop whatever the thing was. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, be ready for this to be my last video. You guys like my Star Wars suitcase? Well, that's awesome. So while Kimari and I may have different philosophies on trying something new, we end up in the same spot of not doing the new thing. Let me give you an example. In the last video I mentioned playing the guitar. I I made some good progress on it at first, and I was really into learning new songs. Then I wanted to learn some solos, and most of the ones I wanted to learn were hard, and I realized how much work it was going to be to learn them. And now the only song I've learned in about 2 years is Roundabout, because JoJo reference. Or I have a friend that's learning Japanese, so I thought, hey, it'd be kind of cool if I started learning it too. We could just have some secret conversations in front of our other friends. But it took me less than a month to stop putting effort into it, and all I got for it was 1.5 of the 3 alphabets. Penisu. Penisu. Oh. The only exception I have is learning new shit with my friends, because then it's like, yeah, fuck it, it'll be fun fucking up together. But the same exception applies to Kimari, because the one time she goes out and tries something new is with friends, so I mean, that only supports my point of seeing myself in her. Alright, we now return you to your regularly scheduled backstory. Kimari runs into... I'm gonna take this one in syllables. Kobuchizawa Shiraze. Okay, now if I just go back and speed that up. Kobuchizawa Shiraze. See, I got it. Shiraze's mom was on a civilian expedition in Antarctica when she was lost during a blizzard and presumed dead, so Shiraze is hell-bent on going to Antarctica to find out the truth. I don't see myself in Shiraze like I do Kimari, but there's a couple of things she does that I also do. The first is her ability to not care about what other people think about her. No matter what mean or weird shit people come with about her, she brushes it off like she never heard it. This is where a normal person would say not to brag, but fuck that, this is entirely to brag. I can do this better than anyone out there. I genuinely cannot remember the last time I gave near a fuck what someone thought about me. I could tell you all day that I don't care about my public image, but that doesn't mean anything, so to back it up, I'm just gonna have what should be embarrassing photos or videos of me on screen while I tell you about the time in high school where we went to Six Flags and I got an airbrushed tramp stamp of the Playboy Bunny while I ran around shirtless in a pink Batman cape. I never did get that shirt back. Hey, Shelby, if you're somehow watching this, can I have my shirt back? It's been 4 years. The other part of Shiraze that is more relevant to these videos is her camera shyness. Shiraze is probably the most confident person in the show, but once a camera's pointed at her, her personality does a full 180. As Kimari puts it, she doesn't have that person in front of her to be able to say, oh, you don't think I can do it? Fuck you, watch me. But despite how hard it is for her to do her job on camera, she shows her determination, gets in front of that camera, and gets done what she needs to get done. For me, I fucking love making these videos, and there's something I take pride in, but my god, if you only knew what went into filming one of these. The other part of Shiraze that is more relevant to these It's weird talking into a camera by yourself with not having that visible reaction of what you're saying, plus I don't need my sisters hearing me yelling lines out of context. Me. Bruh. The way I found for getting over that awkwardness of filming by myself was to just pile it on until it was more than I was willing to care about. I took the takes of me being uncomfortable on camera and just threw those at the end as outtakes, changing them from something I was worried about to something I could laugh at. It's part of the process. I mean, I don't know if that advice is really helpful, but I mean, hopefully someone can get some sort of use out of it. Oh, fuck, right, backstory, fuck, I'm getting sidetracked today. After deciding to go with Shiraze to Antarctica, broke-ass Kimari needs to make some money to be able to go, so she gets a job where she meets Hinata. Wait, like Naruto?
Bro, I swear to God, this is a real hand sign in the show.
Sorry, I don't know what came over me there. She meets Miyake Hinata, her coworker at the convenience store, who decides to come along on the trip after hearing them talk about it. Unfortunately for the trio, they aren't allowed on the expedition because, I mean, what fucking responsible adult's taking some high schoolers on an expedition to Antarctica? Things are looking bleak for the group when, by chance, they befriended J-E-Girl, Shiraishi Yuzuki, oh, yeah, fucking got it, who's going on the expedition to film an iCarly-style documentary. Being a child celebrity, she has no friends, so she only agrees to go if the trio are allowed to go with her. Now, I gotta be honest with you. I don't have much to say about these two, but I'll say this. I have never been, nor have I ever known a celebrity, but given the show's track record, I can confidently say, yeah, this is what it'd be like to be Macaulay Culkin. I see why he turned to drugs now. The concept of friendship is so foreign to Yuzu that at one point she draws up contracts to get their friendship in writing. That or she just really took the art of the deal to heart. Hinata, on the other hand, had friends, but they pulled a little bit of a Marcus Brutus on her to make themselves look good, so she said, fuck you guys, I watch plenty of Rick and Morty. I am too smart for this whole school thing. I'm just gonna stop coming and wait for the college entrance exams. And now she spends her day getting that bag. There's a few points in the trip that I want to talk about, but I think it's also important to point out how the group split. There's two main reasons for going on a trip. Shiraze and Yuzu fall into the For the Destination group, while Kimari and Hinata are in the For the Journey group. Look, I totally get the destination side, having somewhere specific you want to see, and you want to maximize your time exploring that area, but my friends and I have always been in the Journey group. Going for the journey has always been more fun for us, since you get to see and experience everything between your starting point and the destination. Seeing that gradient of change in location and culture between your start and end is way cooler than only seeing the difference between the two spots. Hell, even when we were taking a trip to Texas and there wasn't really anything to see or do along the way, we still gave ourselves more time to make it a road trip instead of just flying.
I can see the sun, there's clouds, there's a rainbow, there's almost a twister, I can see the haze from the California fires. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I'm not too sure if I was going anywhere with this section. I really just wanted to use that video. I had a whole section planned here where I was going to relate the motion sickness to the time when I was a kid, and my dad and I were going fishing, and like 10 minutes before getting on the boat, I downed an entire bag of licorice by myself, and ended up giving the ocean a gift of liquid red vines. But while I was still working on the script, my dad and I ended up going fishing again.
Oh, that's why he's sunburned.
Let me tell you, beer at 7 in the morning while you're going off 2 hours of sleep is not a way to cure your motion sickness, and I had a rough hour and a half before I got used to it. The show was already fresh on my mind since I was trying to figure out what I wanted to talk about, so the whole time I was trying to keep that Corona and Pop-Tart down, I had this mental image of them in their room on the ship trying to keep their dinner down, and as I got used to it and was able to walk around the boat fine, my mental image shifted to when they got used to the motion sickness and were able to start working on the ship again. I realize this isn't much in the way of discussing or recommending the show, but fuck you, it's about what it means to me. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the important point the show makes at the end that you can't always be taking a trip. If you're always taking trips without time between, they start to lose their magic as they become the routine that you were originally trying to get rid of. You need that time in between to remind yourself of what you were getting away from, on top of whatever responsibilities you need to take care of that you can't keep avoiding with, sorry, I'm on vacation. No matter how close you are, if you spend too much time with your friends without a break, eventually you're going to start annoying each other. And I want my trips to be special getaways so that instead of being annoyed, I can look forward to moments like these.
Shh. Da, da, da. Da, da, da.
Hold on, it's not working.
Da, da, da. Ba, ba, ba. Yo, why? Come on, this is my crib. This is my jacket. Ooh. Don't even care. I'll step on it. Hey, fuck you. Alright, do we want to say a prayer before we die in a blizzard?
Thank you, Jesus. You were a baby.
You were good to me for all these years.
You were naked for the
if
first
this
part
is
of
how
your
you
life.
want me to go, I'll go.
A Macarena. Amen.
I like to think that I'm helping by doing nothing. Wait, everyone say depression.
Depression.
Alright, everyone say goodbye, hotel. Goodbye, hotel. You were mediocre.
Yeah. I give it a 7 out of 10.
I would definitely not give it a 7 out of 10.
Chilling.
Hey guys, if you want to sub, that'd be cool. I worked out a schedule, so I'll be able to upload every other week, so I don't know. If you got the kids on alternating Sundays, maybe you want to start a tradition of watching my shit with them? Yeah, suggestion, Not telling you how to be a parent, but you're the one who lost the kids, so obviously I might know a little better than you.
Oh, to be young and naive again. You see, this is the face of a man who's underestimating his workload for the school semester. So, get bent, you'll get him when you get him.
But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys 2 Sundays from now. Hey, but every problem has an easy solution. Nope. Every problem has an easy solution. Fuck. The 2D world is totally fuck. Laugh. And stop staring at my fucking nuts. The real road trip is the gas stations we missed along the way. And then calling AAA for a tow. Oh, that's why he's sunburned. I worked out a schedule so I can upload every other week. Fuck. Now I just got... Damn it, now I just got shit on me. But, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys, Fuck. I just got a bunch of fucking aloe vera all over me. None of the spots it needs to be on.
Penny Sue. Penny Sue. Oh. And what happened to my sunburn? And so that she could say for once she got the best of her fear. Shiraze's mom was on a civilian expedition in Antarctica. Shiraze's mom was on a civilian... My mental image shifted to when they got used to the motion sickness and were... But despite how hard it is for her to do her job on camera, she get... Oh, that was... oh, that was bad.